Hello and welcome as we continue our way up the chakras to chakra number 3, or the solar plexus chakra, also known as Manipura. Now, the Sanskrit translation of Manipura is place of the shining gem. This chakra is associated with the element of fire, the color yellow or gold. Also, think of that golden solar energy, the energy of the sun. And the sun brings to us warmth and light. Now, let's talk about that fire energy that lives within us. This is called Agni. And Agni activates the life force energy required for digestion and our metabolism. It's that fire in the belly that literally breaks down our food so that way our bodies have the energy it needs in order to do our everyday activities. So we want to keep that fire burning. Now, the physical location of the solar plexus chakra is located above your navel and below the rib cage, right about where we feel our intuitive gut feelings, that I feel it in my gut sort of thing. It's also associated with the stomach, obviously, because it has a lot to do with digestion, our liver, our spleen, our gallbladder, and the mid-thoracic spine. Some of the energetics when our third chakra is in balance, we feel confident, we feel courageous, self-motivated. We have that sense of purpose and deep personal power. So this is an excellent chakra to work with if you feel like you're lacking in confidence or if you need some motivation to get going on a project. And in bringing our chakra into balance, we can work with movements that help release tension from our abdomen, like spinal twists. I love to do these on a daily basis, especially after sitting at a computer for hours and hours, with work. So you can get up for a few moments and just gently twist from side to side, just to release any dense energy that might have accumulated in the abdomen area. Another way that you can activate the solar plexus chakra energy is through compressions or stretching through areas where our digestive and eliminatory organs are located. So, bringing the arms up above the head and opening up the abdomen, and then also compressing. So think of a movement like cat and cow, where you're flexing the spine and contracting the spine, and you're actually moving your abdomen in and out. This is getting that energy to start to flow through the body. So you want to incorporate postures that strengthen the liver and also the gallbladder energy. Now, when we are not feeling so good and our chakra energy in the solar plexus is off, we tend to store anger and frustration within our liver and gallbladder, and worry, anxiety in our spleen and stomach. So remember, these emotions that we have, these moments where we have those outbursts or, big feelings, it has a physiological effect on our body. So we want to make sure that, experience what you need to experience. Emotions are a part of who we are. We're all going to have them. We're all going to feel them. But what we want to do is we want to make sure that we don't stay in that energy for too long of a time to where it starts to have negative impacts on our well-being, not only mentally, but also physically. So the solar plexus chakra energy asks us, what needs to change? And how can I step into my highest vibrational power? Remember, when those moments of doubt creep up, when we're not feeling at our best, this is the perfect time to go inward and to look at what's happening and to think about which steps you need to take in order to move forward, in order to bring about positive change in your life. And with fire energy, this fire energy, it enhances our willpower, our courage, our competitive nature, and our sense of self. Confidence is the result of us detaching from the egoic state. So your ego is how you see yourself. In childhood, your ego developed to protect you from your reality. Maybe you like to dream. Maybe your childhood wasn't so great growing up and you were thinking about where you wanted to be and what you wanted to do when you got older. Or maybe your childhood was great and you still had dreams, right? So it's protecting you from your reality. Your ego created a bunch of set beliefs and patterns and ideas that it labeled as your personality. So we put these labels on ourselves for one reason or another. And our ego creates the illusion that our opinions and beliefs make us who we are, and they don't. These are just the beliefs. These are just thoughts. They're passing through your mind. It is not reality. It's the reality that we're creating for ourselves. So remember, with that power, you're creating one reality. You also have the power to create another. So if you aren't happy where you are, you have the opportunity to change it. And that's powerful. That's magical. So remember, every day is a new day. Your awareness and ability to view different parts of yourself are uniquely human. You can soften your ego. So even though we're working with that element of fire and we're focusing on our courage and our confidence and our inner power, we can still approach that from a place of softness when it comes to the ego. All right, so we're going to focus in on some movements to help activate our inner fire and to bring out that boldness. And go into this asking yourself the question, what do I need to do in order to step into my highest good? And remember, we're stepping into our highest good for the good of all.